everyone. Have you people seen the whole drama that is unfolding in Edo State? Hey, hey, hey. Avevekuve. A whole drama is happening over there. Tinubu's daughter went to go and meet the Oba of Benin to tell him that they are coming to install Onolojabi, Olojabi, Jojojoja, of whatever, as in the head of market women. And the Oba of Benin said, well, he is not aware of such a thing. It's not part of their culture. They don't do that. And I think from some of the explanation that some people have given that this the leader of the market tuner, how did they even put it? Iya Aki. I'm thinking of my own language, the way they put it. I think something to do with Iyaki, as in the head of village market. That every market has its own head, and no one head of a market has authority over another market. And for them, it's beyond just you being, it's not a political post, and nobody installs. It's the market women that choose whoever they want to be, and that person works in conjunction also with the palace. And I saw a lady who did an explanation to say there are also some spiritual things and spiritual cleansing that they do, attached to it. That it's not something that you can't even have someone who is going to tell you that, oh, my religion does not allow this, that. One of the things you need to know about the Benin people is the Benin people still hold on to their traditional religion and traditional ways very well. There are a lot of people in Benin, Benin, Kingdom Benin, that do their traditional worship. So whether they are Christians or Muslims, they still do all of those things, sacrifices and all of that. They have their worship this thing within their own, particular house. I have an aunt who married a Benin person, where the woman, I think the mother-in-law will be late now or something, was like a chief priestess of and with of part of the deities that they worship. So it's not just something that you bring in. And in spite of that, what now has happened, that Tinubu's daughter has gone on to actually, install this particular person that they installed. And in the process of that installation, you see, it was Yoruba they were speaking. Hey, hey, hey! Meanwhile, in Lagos, they are doing Yoruba job for Yoruba people, abi Yoruba kini kini. They are doing this. You are coming to another person's culture. Benin culture is it's not a new culture. It's something that has been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. They've already established, even before the coming of the white people down to this state. In the whole of Edo State, you have, at the Benin and also the Kukuruku Empire. We are the Kukuruku Empire. We are Agbede people. We're quite established. Even when at the time that the Oba of Benin, went on exile, his mom had thought that he came to Agbede to seek refuge. She actually even came in, like, no, he didn't come in there, to seek, that refuge. Like, that's why in the whole of that Edo State, combined with this, there are two Obas, Oba of Benin and Oba of Agbede. That's this thing that we have. I'm from Agbede, and by the time, I think the second school in that area was in Agbede. But one thing with Agbede people is that before the coming of the white people, there was already Islam. In our own case, we were not conquered. We are not the kind of people that, oh, Fulani came and conquered. No. It was a prince in Oba Momodu the first, a prince from this thing that had gone in his traveling and whatever, came in contact with the religion, and then he became a Muslim, brought the religion down to, to our people. So before the colonialists would come, we already established, we had our kingdom and all of that. And to this day, even when and when they came in, I'm going into a bit of history now. When they came into Agbede, Agbede did not fight them. And because we are known as very ferocious, very medicine-like. They talk of black magic and all of that. Agbede people are known, for all of that. So they really wanted to fight. But this particular Oba, who was almost like a seer, stopped his warriors. And so they came during the month of Ramadan. Later on in the evening, when the moon was sighted, there was this shooting of the guns that they used to have. And then the white people were like, oh, I thought people would say you're not going to fight. I said, no, they did this because they had sighted the moon for Ramadan. And so they carried their own gun and shot down. I think it was coconut, this bunch of coconut, and then the Oba was now pinching his this thing, his chief warrior, saying, "See the people that you wanted to fight." But just to say that, based on that, they had a lot of love and likeness for Agbede people. Most of the like development things that will be coming to Agbede, they always will bring them to Agbede. They wanted Agbede to have it. Agbede will say no. There's some that will say give it to Auchi. They always said, their reason that they didn't want them to spoil their women. Tell okay now. And then at the end of the day, one of the things they accepted was prison. They accepted for a prison to be. So that's why in Edo State, you hear them say that, now I too know, make Agbede short. You understand? So Agbede is still, where it is right now. But anyway, that's a whole dabbling into history. But why am I saying this really? Because of the fact that there is a culture. This is an empire that has been there, and then you're coming to desecrate it, and all of this because of the kind of person it is. That of Monday Okpebolo that is giving them liver to come and do anything, because he has decided he's going to sell Edo State. I don't blame Monday. I blame Edo people. Edo people decided to carry last. This is what happens when you carry someone who has no future, who has nothing, who can't attain anything, and put him into a position. For him, that is the alpha and omega, the end of everything. So he's not thinking of a legacy for himself. He sees that position as the end in itself and will do anything and can destroy. But someone who has a legacy, who knows that they can become something, can look forward to something, they build more, they do the right thing more than the person that is it for that particular person. And this is what we are seeing right now. And so the Iyaki, the Oba of Benin said they don't know anything about Oloja of market or whatever, and they've gone on to install this, and it's like, okay, let's see how it is. And these are the kind of things that build anger and resentment, and before you know what's happening, uh, people are going to be saying all sorts of things. I saw a particular post that someone did, and the person was like, okay, why is it that Benin, I think there's a counselor somewhere that is not from the Edo person, they got a job, a chairman here, this, that, and they are beginning to say that, oh, are they trying to take away our culture? And so this is how you begin to do something that certain things that people did not even think about, they would then begin to think about it, and then begin to get angry over it, and it will begin to cause all of this tribal tension that we're already seeing, tribal bigotry, just like what we are seeing in Lagos State. And with time, they might even be using this to say, oh yeah, everybody is doing it. But anyway, let's watch as this goes, whether Benin people are going to take this lying low, or they are going to say, nah. But I know most importantly, all of this is they are doing it for the 2027 election. They want to install what they call leaders. And there are a lot of hungry people who have no integrity, who just think that whatever it is. And now as I'm talking, I'm thinking, is my mic still on? If the mic is not on, there's nothing I can do. Thank you for watching. Bye.